Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Advisicon webinar series. Today's topic is the Project Manager's Guide to Change Management. Here at Advisicon, we have deep roots in project management. Everyone does projects, even if they're calling it programs, events, or just simply work. But they don't always use the best tools the right way for the job. Our mission is to deliver technology, tools, and training to maximize impact, productivity, and purpose. Today's agenda includes reviewing the topic, change management principles, strategies, and best practices, the benefits of change management, and we'll close with a quick summary. A little about myself. I am Crystal Leone, the Center of Excellence Director with Advisicon. I am PMP certified with years of experience in leading and coordinating various projects and teams. I like to focus on project execution and communication. So let's review the topic, the Project Manager's Guide to Change Management. We'll start with some definitions. What is change management? Change management is a way of providing a structure for the changes being implemented to minimize any disruption and introduce new ways of working in a planned and systematic way. Essentially, it's a structured approach to transitioning individuals, teams, and organizations from a current state to a desired future state. Change management is important because it involves managing the people side of change to obtain the desired outcomes of a project or initiative, making sure that the change is implemented smoothly and that the benefits can be sustained over time. The project manager's role in change management is to lead their teams through change by providing direction, support, and motivation. Additionally, beyond project execution, project managers can also facilitate change by aligning project goals with change management strategies. As project managers, we are responsible for identifying and keeping stakeholders involved and informed from the get-go. Their support and direction are crucial for successful change implementation. Communication is key to keep everyone informed. And finally, just as we anticipate risks on our projects, we can anticipate potential resistance to the change and create strategies to manage it. So we'll talk about some change management key principles, strategies, and best practices. Change management principles are foundational guidelines that help organizations and individuals navigate the complexities of change effectively. These principles ensure that changes are managed systematically and that the human aspects of change are addressed. Here are some key change management principles. Begin with a clear vision by defining the purpose and objectives of the change. It's important to ensure that the vision aligns with the organization's strategic goals. Engaging with stakeholders early and often is so important. Gaining our stakeholders' insight and support early in the process is key, and then you can use a stakeholder analysis tool to help you understand their influence and impact on the changes. Communicate clearly by providing consistent and honest communication throughout the entire change process. We can tailor our messages to different audiences as needed to ensure that the message is clear and relevant. Proactively managing resistance is also important. First, we must recognize that resistance to change is natural. It's completely normal to be apprehensive of how the change can affect us, our organization, and what the future may look like. And we should anticipate this from our team as well. We should implement strategies to mitigate resistance, such as support and possibly training. Finally, align the change with our organization's culture and objectives. This can be done by ensuring that the change aligns with our existing organizational culture or be prepared for cultural shifts. We can look at addressing cultural barriers that may hinder the change process. Additionally, being flexible and willing to adapt plans in response to new information or circumstances is crucial. Project managers play a critical role in the change management process, ensuring that changes are implemented smoothly and effectively. Here are some key strategies for project managers to successfully navigate and lead the change. When assessing the scope of change, project managers can determine the extent and impact of the change on the organization, its processes, and their stakeholders. This includes understanding both the technical and human aspects of the change. Ensuring that the change aligns with the organization's strategic objectives helps in securing executive support and in communicating the importance of the change to their stakeholders. Conducting a stakeholder analysis to identify who will be affected by the change, their influence, and their potential reactions can also be done by project managers. Engaging stakeholders early in the change process by involving them in planning and decision making can help anticipate challenges and increase buy-in. Of course, different stakeholders will have different concerns and interests. Project managers can customize communication to address the specific needs of each group. Regularly updating stakeholders on the process, progress, challenges, and success of the change initiative is key, as transparency builds trust and reduces uncertainty. Additionally, project managers can work closely with other relevant departments within their organization to ensure that all aspects of the change are managed effectively. Planning for and managing resistance to change is probably one of the most difficult parts of the change management process. Resistance often stems from the fear of the unknown, loss of control, or perceived negative impacts. PMs can address these concerns through empathy and clear communication. Additionally, they can provide forums for feedback, offer support and resources, and highlight the benefits of the change to help mitigate resistance. Additionally, project managers can create and implement training programs that equip employees with the necessary skills and knowledge to succeed in the new environment, ensuring that support is available not just during the transition, but also after the change is implemented. Another strategy is integrating change management activities into the overall project plan, ensuring that they are given the same attention as technical tasks. We can also establish key performance indicators or KPIs for change management, such as stakeholder engagement levels, adoption rates, and employee satisfaction. Regularly reviewing the progress of the change initiative, gathering feedback from stakeholders, and adjusting the plans as necessary is crucial. Additionally, we should be prepared to adapt our strategies in response to new information, challenges, or stakeholder feedback. Let's celebrate our milestones and objectives by acknowledging the efforts of the individuals and teams who contribute to the successful implementation of the change. Publicly celebrating milestones and successes reinforces the benefits of the change, and it boosts morale. Project managers can work to embed the change into the organization's culture, ensuring that new processes, behaviors, and attitudes are sustained over time. Establishing mechanisms for ongoing evaluation and improvement will ensure that the change continues to deliver value and align with evolving organizational needs. After reviewing some of the key principles and strategies for change management, we can identify some best practices that work well with these principles and strategies. We can identify stakeholders, their interests, and their influence on the project by developing a stakeholder map or utilizing a RACI matrix, which lists the stakeholders, their roles, and identifies who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed on each of the tasks. After we have our stakeholders identified, we should establish a clear plan that outlines how and when to communicate with stakeholders. Definitely keep stakeholders informed about the progress, challenges, and successes throughout the process. When managing resistance, it helps to anticipate potential opposition by understanding the concerns of those affected by the change. Encourage open communication to address concerns and fears to help calm nerves and answer questions to help individuals feel more comfortable with the change. We can also offer training, resources, and support to help individuals adapt to the change. Another best practice is integrating change management with project planning. We should ensure that change management activities are part of the overall project plan. Then we can continuously monitor the progress of change management efforts and be ready to adapt strategies as needed. When I saw this Toy Story meme, it made me think of my kids and a change that we implemented recently in our home. During the school year, we do not allow our children to utilize their electronics during the week. We allow some use over the weekend, but during the week, we put the iPads, video games, and other electronics away. This allows them to focus on getting their schoolwork completed, participating in extracurricular activities, and being present with the family each evening without distractions. A couple of weeks before the new school year begins, my husband and I talk about the change we'll be implementing. No electronics during the year. This is engaging our stakeholders, making sure that we're both on board. Next, we develop a plan of how we're going to implement the change and set parameters of when electronics will and won't be allowed. Next, before the school year starts, we have a conversation with our kids about the change, what the rules are, and what our expectations are. Of course, there is some resistance, especially after summer full of electronics. However, we explain our reasons and once again the expectations that we have for them. Doing this before the change is implemented really helps them to process it and be prepared for it. I have found that this helps them to adapt to the new rules a little more seamlessly. Finally, the big thing for us is follow through on the change and to not be wishy-washy once school starts. We can adapt as needed. However, we have found this to be a positive change for us. And the change is much more well received when we have a clear vision for the change. My husband and I, the stakeholders, are on the same page. We communicate this change early and clearly with those it affects the most, our kids, we address their concerns, and then we follow through with the change to ensure sustainability throughout the school year. So there can be a lot of benefits to change management. When executed effectively, change management can result in several wonderful things for your organization and your projects. First, enhanced communication. Change management promotes clear, consistent, and transparent communication. This ensures that everyone involved understands the reasons for the change, the benefits it will bring, and their role in the process. Improved communication reduces confusion and uncertainty. Involving stakeholders in the change process and addressing their needs builds trust and strengthens relationships. This collaborative approach ensures that all parties are aligned and committed to the success of the change initiative. Increased organizational agility. Effective change management helps organizations become more adaptable and resilient. By building a culture that embraces change, organizations are better equipped to respond quickly to other external factors. Also, by involving stakeholders early, addressing their concerns, and communicating the benefits of the change, effective change management reduces resistance. This leads to smoother transitions and faster acceptance of new processes, technologies, or other organizational structures that you may be implementing. And when change management is done well, employees are more likely to adopt and effectively use new systems, processes, or structures that may be put in place. This leads to higher utilization rates, ensuring that the intended benefits of the change are fully realized. Finally, change management ensures that the people side of change is addressed, leading to higher project success rates. And when stakeholders are prepared, equipped, and supported, projects are more likely to meet their objectives, stay on schedule, and remain within budget. So that's a lot of information. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this webinar. I really like this quote from Mandy Hale. Change can be scary, but you know what's scarier? Allowing fear to stop you from growing, evolving, and progressing. Change management is essential for guiding organizations through change in a way that minimizes disruptions, maximizes engagement, and ensures long-term success. By following this guide, project managers can effectively navigate the complexities of change, ensuring that their projects not only succeed, but also deliver lasting value to their organizations. Thank you for watching this webinar. Please feel free to reach out with any questions, like or follow us on our social media platforms, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer many free trainings in our online academy. You can access those by visiting advisicon.thinkific.com. For project managers, simply become a member of the Advisicon Academy to receive the code to redeem PDUs. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.